On 12, we continue to follow a hit-and-run crash in Williamsburg that left a bicyclist dead. The car police need you to keep a lookout for it. And News 12 is taking action after an East New York mother says she's had enough of the conditions inside her apartment. How NYCHA is responding.
We are tracking warm temperatures as we say hello to the first weekend of autumn, and also rain showers headed our way tonight.
Local matters here on News 12 Brooklyn. Thanks for joining us. I'm Noelle Lilly. We're getting you caught up on everything going on around the borough. Let's start with a look outside. It might be officially fall, but as we can see, the sun is still shining. It's giving us a little last taste of summer here. Let's get a check of the weather with expert HILDA ESTEVEZ. Hey, Hilda.
Hello, Noelle. That's right, summer lovers. We're still basking in its all greatness. We're talking mild temperatures, cloudy conditions that will be coming after in the afternoon. So the later half, that's what we're anticipating, that muggy, noticeable, humid air. Thankfully, a few days, we'll be talking about dry, crisp, refreshing air and nice temperatures. We are anticipating things to really turn a page over to the new season towards the midweek. Here's a look at your exclusive planner.
All right, Hilda, thank you. New today, we continue to follow a hit and run in Williamsburg that left a bicyclist dead. News 12's ESTEFANIA SALINAS joins us from the scene with the very latest in this active investigation.
Yes, I'm here in Meserole and Leonard Street. It's a quiet morning. People are riding their bikes. Others are walking by like any other day. But just a few hours ago, police say a 32-year-old woman was struck and killed riding her bicycle in a hit and run. We're told it happened just after 2:30 in the morning. In the aftermath of the crash, you can see police lights flashing and a bicycle on the ground. Just a few feet away, what looks like a shoe left behind. At this hour, investigators are working together to catch every detail that might explain what happened. Police say the victim was rushed to Woodhull Hospital, where she was later pronounced dead. Cops say the hit-and-run driver got away in a blue Tesla. Neighbors tell us incidents like this make them even more concerned for bike safety.
People don't really look out for bicycles here. It's pretty mad. Cars at night, I guess, can drive not pay attention. It's sad, definitely. I wonder if more signage, more lights could be useful.
We'll keep you updated with more information about this investigation. In Williamsburg, Estefania Salinas, News 12, Brooklyn.
Estefania, thank you for keeping us updated on that story. New today, we're learning a man is now behind bars after being accused of harassing and attempting to rape a 13-year-old girl in Kensington. I want to warn you, this story may be tough to hear. Police say 22-year-old Justin Lee is facing charges, including endangering the welfare of a child and harassment. Yesterday at around 1 in the afternoon, cops say Lee followed a 13-year-old girl into her building on Ocean Parkway and Didmas Avenue. We're told he allegedly grabbed her by the neck and pushed her. Luckily, the victim is expected to be physically okay. Meanwhile, a Catholic youth basketball coach is behind bars, accused of making child pornography and sharing it. Another story with details that are tough to hear. Michael Jaffer Akos was arrested Thursday after authorities served a search warrant at his home. According to court documents, they found electronic devices containing hundreds of images of child pornography. Now, he is a coach and intramural basketball commissioner, I should say, at the Our Lady of Grace Athletic Association in Gravesend. Authorities say at least 2 of his victims were boys as young as 14 years old. The charge is sending shockwaves in the community there.
It's unbelievable. I mean, this kind of neighborhood, something like would happen. It's very shocking.
I think it's despicable. I mean, it's inappropriate and it's just outrageous.
The Diocese of Brooklyn says he has been suspended from the athletic program and his facility access has been revoked. They're encouraging anyone with information to call the Diocese reporting line at 888-634-4499. We'll have the number on our site. News 12 is taking action and getting results in East New York. After a mom says the problems in her NYCHA apartment have gone on long enough. Maria has lived in her East New York building with her 2 children for 4 years. She says the problem started about a year after she moved in when a washing machine leak spread across the kitchen floor. Since then, the damage has only gotten worse. The floors began to peel and the glue underneath started to lift. And it's not just the flooring. Cracked paint and a strange residue by the window have added to her list of concerns. Now, while Maria says she's called NYCHA more than 50 times this year, she's still waiting on a permanent fix.
You know, she's at that age where she wants her friends over and whatnot, and it's just like, Mom, this floor, like, call them, tell them to do something.
In a statement, NYCHA told News 12 their staff visited the apartment yesterday and they're working with the resident to schedule painting and environmental testing. Now, we are taking action every day, uncovering issues just like that, investigating wrongdoing, and holding those in power accountable. What do you want us to look into? Send us your information by going to news12.com/takingAction. Well, switching gears, we're learning the gunman who allegedly killed 4 people and injured another in the Midtown mass shooting had CTE, according to a medical examiner. Shane Tamura had said himself that he believed he had CTE. That was found in a note that investigators discovered. CTE is a brain disorder that's been associated with exposure to repeated head trauma. It can only be diagnosed, though, after a person dies. Tamura played high school football. Investigators believe he was targeting the NFL's headquarters on Park Avenue on July 28th. They say Tamura expressed anger that his mental struggles could have been associated with playing football. He requested his brain to be studied. Doctors have cautioned against attributing the connection of his actions to the disease.
I do get concerned when I see the notion propagated that playing a contact sport causes a person to have symptoms that are irrevocably progressive and that lead to behaviors such as the devastating consequences that we saw in this recent case.
The medical examiner's office says the science around this condition continues to evolve and the effects it has on an individual are still being studied. Meanwhile, new research shows most child firearm suicides in the U.S. are done with their parents' guns. Researchers found that for kids ages 10 to 17, the guns are 10 times more likely to be owned by parents who store them unlocked and loaded. Suicide is a top cause of death among adolescents in the U.S., second for children ages 10 to 14, and third among those 15 to 19. These young people most often use those firearms to take their own lives. A recent poll is revealing that more than half of Americans are not satisfied with the country's direction. For the first time in nearly a decade, 58% of Americans say the country's best days are already behind us. That's according to a CNN poll conducted by SSRS Research. The poll also shows that 3/4 of Americans think the country's political system needs complete overhaul or major reforms. An ICE officer has been relieved of his current duties after he shoved a woman into a wall and then to the ground at an immigration court in Lower Manhattan. The Department of Homeland Security's Assistant Secretary says the officer's conduct is unacceptable. Videos showing the incident had prompted outrage and calls for disciplinary action. These photos show parts of the altercation. In one video shared on social media, a woman and a girl are seen clinging with locked arms to a man, reportedly the woman's husband, who is being detained on Thursday. Meanwhile, Attorney General Pam Bondi says she's deploying the Justice Department to ICE facilities nationwide to protect federal agents and property. In a post to X, Bondi says she's directing joint terrorism task forces to investigate domestic threats. This comes just days after a deadly shooting at an ICE field office in Dallas, Texas, where one detainee was killed and 2 other detainees were injured. No ICE agents or officers were hurt in this incident. Putting money back into your pocket. Who doesn't want that? Governor Kathy Hochul is announcing New Yorkers will soon see their first ever inflation refund checks. The state's mailing checks up to $400 to more than 8 million New Yorkers. You're eligible if, during the 2023 tax year, you filed a state resident income tax return, were not claimed as a dependent on anyone else's return, and fall into one of these thresholds. Joint tax filers with income up to $150,000 receive a $400 check. Joint tax filers with income over $150,000, but no more than $300,000 receive a $300 check. New Yorkers we spoke to say this is a huge help.
Prices are going high. You go to the market, you pick up 3 stuff, and it's like, woo.
Ooh, I've made that sound before while shopping. Hochul says there are no age restrictions and there is no need to apply or sign up. These checks started going out in the mail yesterday and will continue throughout October and November. Meanwhile, we're learning millions of Americans will get a refund from Amazon soon. The company agreed to pay a record $2.5 billion after the Federal Trade Commission said it tricked customers into signing up for Prime, then made it hard to cancel. Has that ever happened to you? About $1.5 billion will be refunded automatically to 35 million customers. Those eligible will automatically get up to $51 in relief, while others will have to submit a claim. Local matters on 12 just ahead. We continue to follow a massive raid at a warehouse in East New York, where investigators say they discovered hundreds of illegal marijuana products. And Brooklyn cats are getting a helping paw through a new city program hoping to control overpopulation.